Hi, I'm Amber. Welcome to GladrapChannel.
And welcome back to Beach Boxing Presents The Fighting Irish. I'm here, Shay Rook, joined here by the man himself, Isaac Savage. Isaac, great night of fights we had so far.
It's been absolutely crazy. I think Riot's got a noise control on their way to pick up a few Irish because they are absolutely screaming. They're banging water wall, and it's been an action-packed card so far. We're up to fight number 6. We've got Nicholas Mankin in the red corner. He goes by the nickname Lofty. Not sure if I find that too intimidating, but hey, we've seen some creative names tonight, and Lofty certainly is an interesting one, isn't it, Shane? Nicholas Lofty Mankin in the red. Now we've got out of the blue corner, Padraig, the Traveller Meany. And when he says Traveller, you know, you instantly think of bare knuckle boxing. A lot of these Irish guys tonight might have had a few bare knuckle boxing fights on the football field in the bar, maybe before they came here tonight. What do you reckon, Jay?
Well, they're definitely showing toughness. Every single fight we've seen it. Granite chins, strong punches. It's actually quite an exciting night of fights thus far.
Padraig also
halfway through
wanted to add that he owns a high ace fan and he's very proud of her. I'm loving the comments and feedback tonight from the Irish, because that's the first time I've heard anyone say they're proud of a high ace and called it her. Have you driven a high ace, Shay?
I've driven in a high ace.
Nick, the Lofty Mankin. He's said he's followed the rainbow and he wants to steal a pot of gold tonight. What's it going to be, Shay? Bit of gold at the end of the rainbow? Or will the Padraig, the Traveller, be sleeping in the high ace tonight?
I love it. I love these guys' sense of humour. Guys, I should say. Paddy, very Irish name there. Paddy,
or Padraig, Paddy, the Traveller in the blue corner.
How do you pronounce that?
And Nicholas Lofty Mankin in the red.
Is that Padraig? As in, like, you know, on Game of Thrones, they have the squire is Padraig?
I haven't watched Game of Thrones for a wee while, and I think I'm missing out, because every single person I talk to is watching Game of Thrones. I need to keep up, right?
Back to our fight nights.
Yes. And look at Lofty. I called him Lofty. Well, that's his nickname, but he's certainly not too lofty in the ring, because he's coming in forward, very vicious and aggressive, taking it to the Traveller.
Now, when I think
Padraig.
lofty, I think tall, lean, lanky.
I think of uncoordinated when I heard the word lofty. But yeah, you're right. I think the true definition is tall, overhanging, awkward.
Maybe it means something else in Ireland.
And saying that, as we talk about the Lofty name, the high ace supporter, the Traveller, coming forward, beautiful right. Look at his guard. He's just, you know, clinical boxing style. Right hand by his chin, and now taking his left guard up as well. Coming forward, chasing Lofty.
Hesitant on those punches. I feel if he let his hands go, he would have been quite successful there.
Look at that right guard, so tight on the chin, and putting that left out there, trying to feel and set up more punches.
These boys, you can definitely see that these guys have spent a little bit more time than our previous fights.
Exactly,
in the gym.
Shay. You know, you can see that with the way they hold their stance, their composure.
Yeah.
Oh, an uppercut there from the Traveller. Padraig in the blue and Nicholas Lofty in the red. Much lower guard, Shay. I mean, early off in the round to such a low guard. Hey, and the fight is not stopped until the ref stops. So even though the bell rings, the round does not stop until the referee stops the fight. So don't drop your guard and don't think it's over just because the bell rings, right, Shane?
Yeah, but on the same token, you know, you hear the bell, that signals the end of the round.
The only reason I say that is because there was still a punch thrown after that, and the ref did not jump in. Just like we saw the lion tamer earlier. Are you going to touch gloves at the start of the round? Are you not? Or are you just going to throw the punch? I know it's slightly different here in this situation, but I don't disagree with the punch after the bell, with the ref not stopping it.
Well, the ref has his job to do in there as well, so yeah, I guess so. But in saying that, with all said and done, I mean, the crowd's so loud here tonight, you know, we can barely hear the bell, let alone even the clapper.
That's true, and sometimes they don't hear the bell, or they say they don't, just like you spit out the mask guard for a bit more time.
Well, the adrenaline's pumping through, all you're thinking about is the fight, so...
Okay, round number 2. Look at that guard now. He might have been told something in between rounds because the lofty and the red corner is holding up that guard a little bit high now, but now it's just
Seems
dropped.
like he's sucking in the big ones already. It's only the second round. Right, the beginning of the second round.
And look at the guard there from Padraig. Look, right hand up. Look, finding those jabs. He's looking for the shots.
Yeah.
He's being quite clinical and intelligent with his boxing, not just throwing
Picking
wildly.
his shots a lot better than what we have seen.
And that guard is still beautiful. It's still high. That right just glued to the chin, and that left a little bit more loose. Coming out now, they're finding a bit of a home with that left jab. But Nicholas coming in, shutting it down quite early. You know, he's not letting the distance open up between two fighters, because if it did, Padraig is going to start finding a home for that jab. That's the thing, right? It's so hard to score points on a guy that just keeps rushing at you, coming forward, you know, with that, when you are trying to establish a jab.
It's all about timing at the end of the day. And, well, what's his name? Nicholas, being the shorter one of the two, he's going to want to cut off that range as well. So I guess it's just up to Padraig to shut off, to time him as he comes in.
Paddy's still sharp. He's still coming forward. He's still not looking too slouchy at all. He's still looking relatively fresh, even though we're at the end of round 2. Obviously been training hard, keeping fit with Jerome Pampaloon in the corner there.
Yeah, well, we're seeing Nicholas even now. He's sucking in the big ones, hands on the ropes.
Still choosing to stand though, unlike Paddy. I was going to call him Potty. Paddy in the corner there, sitting down, getting the advice. He's looking much fresher of the two, Shay.
Absolutely. Even during the rounds, his punch is a lot more, I guess, calculated.
And there must be something to do with active, aggressive champs in the air, because you and Jerome Pampaloon seem to be sporting the same hairdo.
Why'd you even have to bring that up, Isaac? Come on now. Come on.
I liked you better with that short, aggressive haircut, but hey, who am I to say anything when you've got the New Zealand title?
Oh man, I've got so many comments on it, eh? The biggest question is, when are you going to cut it off?
And what have you said?
Mate, it's grown on me.
Oh, I like the W innuendo, that one. Here we are, round 3. We're talking about, obviously, Lofty in the red and Paddy in the blue. Both these boys thrown down way more composure than previous fights. You know, they're not just brawling to one falls. They're being a bit more clinical with their boxing.
Absolutely.
See, he threw the shot then, but Lofty in the red had a bit more of a guard. He's holding that guy. He's coming forward a bit like a Mike Tyson, bobbing and weaving, but still not throwing a body shot hook to the head like Mike Tyson, which would be quite effective if he did throw that. Big overhand right there from Paddy.
Well, Paddy's starting to rush in a little bit. You know, he needs to keep his range. He is the taller of the two, and he uses his range quite well. He's got a long jab. He's got a long cross. And there, as Lofty comes in, tight guard, and just bridges in there. I saw him as cornerman giving him that advice, so he's obviously followed that advice, but he's not really following it up with punches. He's just cutting off the range.
For those watching back home, oh! Big left overhand, or hook there, sorry, from Lofty, and a body shot.
It's definitely turned the tide as well, just for that moment.
Commentators curse, right? We say one guy's doing it and the other guy comes back. It's
Exactly.
like they're listening. It's like there's a mic down there Wow, and almost another shot there after the bell. Can he not hear? Has he got something wrong with the or hard of hearing?
I think it's just the emotions, you know.
The adrenaline.
Exactly. There's everything involved with the whole event.
Like we said with earlier fights, we've reached the end of round 3, but yet these guys look like they could go another 3.
Paddy looks like he's ready to run a marathon.
Exactly. I was just thinking the same thing. He looks like he's just on a
barely
stretch.
broken a sweat.
He's warming up. He just wiped a little bit of sweat off. Lofty looking a bit more drained, but both of these boys still looking relatively fresh for a 3-rounder.
Absolutely. Just saw another Paddy on the list. I thought perhaps that's him as well, but
there'll be a few Paddies here in the house tonight too. And here we go now for the judge's decision.
The judges have scored this contest unanimously with a blue corner and the winner there, Padraig, the Traveller, Meany.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Traveller takes home the W after a very busy, active and aggressive 3-round bout. Well deserved. Great win. Paddy won't be travelling home in the high ice tonight. He might have a night off before he takes his baby back home to Hamilton, where he drove all the way up for this fight tonight.